All right. On today's 30-minute mechanic, we're going to be back on the 83. We're going to do a little cutting, little bending, make some room for a battery. So buckle up. Let's go. All right, here we are once again. Now, you probably see my Sharpie marks there. I've already got it kind of mapped out what I'm going to do here. Where's my grinder? Grinderoo. And then, actually, I need to unplug that for a second. We'll get back in. And plug my grinder in. I'll probably just put that cord. Maybe it won't hang in front of my camera. Well, it is. What can I do here? Don't know. Maybe that'll work. I don't know. I may have to run another extension cord. Okay. Now, you see I've got some lines marked down and across. We're going to cut across here and cut across here and cut there, and then split this and cut down that way. And we're going to take this piece out and then roll that metal back that direction. And just making us a hole here for our battery to slide into the fender well just a little bit. This battery is a little bigger than the one on the green car. So it needs a little bit more room, but that's no big deal. So let me find my handy dandy glasses here, and we'll see if we can make some sparks. Yeah. Is there anything I need to cover up? I don't see anything. All right, here we go. All right, we got a hole kind of opened up here. Kind of cut a little bit crooked there to start with. I get my cutters and trim that off. Not surprising. I'm good at making things crooked and ugly, and you know, you've heard me talk about going rabbit raccoon. Well, that's what this looks like sometimes. Hey, get that out of the way. All right, now my intent is to bend this section kind of back flat. So that means I'm going to have to make a relief cut somewhere here. Maybe just go down and fold that down and fold that back. And then some of this metal up here is going to I'm going to take the hammer and kind of roll it around. Roll it in. So let me make one more slicey here. Slicey, dicey. How do we want to do this? Let's look. That goes to here. Nearly going to have to do that number, because we've got a bend here, and a bend there, and a bend there, and that's where it all meets. So let's throw more sparks in my face. Actually, for this one, I could probably spin it around. And we'll probably time lapse this. Okay. that part is kind of done. And look at me. I'm wearing my safety glasses. I wore my safety glasses, but I didn't put my, man, should have put my earmuffs on because that's loud. Probably should do more of that kind of stuff. See if we can bend this down just a little bit. Ay, ay, ay. It's trying to take my glove off. All right. That piece bend down. Now, like I said, I'm going to have a, there's going to be a battery tray that's going to bolt on here to this real solid spot and support the rest of this over here. Like to bend that down. Don't really like how that part looks right there. I really don't care about. I need to cut that off because that big. I don't need that big pointy thing shooting over there. Probably don't need that either. Rabid raccoon time. Really need to turn the front wheels. Ah. Where's my key? All right. Get my hand in there. I can snip some of that off. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know about that. You have to go this way still. Whee. Making my car lighter. One piece at a time. See what I might do. Just cut straight in right there. Boink. Okay, little part's done. Now what we want to do here yay, I'm dropping stuff. I think my readers, because I can't see what I'm doing. And I don't know where they are. I guess I'm going to paint these readers orange because I can't keep up with them. Every time I need them, they are nowhere to be found. Okay. Now, that little piece. This car's been crashed before, right here, and some of this stuff is already all bent up. So I may have a little bit of trouble getting it to roll in like I want it to. Get some big squeezers. Like these channel locks here. I might be able to just kind of get it to roll like I want it to without. There we go. Perfect. Well, that's so good. Yep. That's what I wanted right there. Yep, perfect. The sheet metal is actually torn right across here where this thing's been crashed. So and I really just just want to roll that in so there's not a spot there to chew on my battery, the top of my battery. This part right there's that's double thick, so that's a little stiffer. The joy of Fox bodies. If it doesn't fit, get out a hammer, make it fit. I keep dropping my hammer. Have a sharp corner right there. I want to squeeze in. Just like that. That's good. Okay. What I'm going to do is find my battery. My battery, some people call it. See where we're at. So, you know, that is perfect. That's what we want right there. What am I hitting? What am I hitting? Oh, there's a bolt sticking down I'm hitting. Yeah. Actually, that could go. See that right there? That's what we're shooting for. That battery's pretty big. 925 cold cranking amps. 24 F. But that'll put our battery in here right in the spot, and I'll still be able to probably put my horn. What do I do with the horn? Probably be able to put my horn back. Where my horn goes, somewhere here. I don't remember. Horn, where do you? Oh, it goes right there. Yeah. Where did it go? Where did that thing go? I don't even remember. Anyways, it bolts in right there. We'll be able to bolt it in, and the engine mount drop in there, and this thing will be out of the way. So what I might do is I got one bolt right here that's really long, really longer than it. Oof. Really a lot longer than it needs to be. Let's look. Yep. We're just going to buzz that dude off with a cutoff wheel, maybe. Which way is this thing? I'm trying to figure out which way it's going to throw sparks. Yay, bolt short. Come here, battery. Ugh. See, that's even better. That gives me space on both sides. Yes. All right. And I can hear people. I can hear people now. Oh, James, you're putting all that weight back up on the front. I don't care. It ain't worth it to have it in the back. It's just not worth it. For a street strip car, something we'll do drag and drives with, you know, having those long cables running to the back and the battery trying to spin over this big motor, particularly when the motor's hot, it just ain't worth it. I'd stick it up here, you know, and have short cables and just leave it at the front. We don't have to have the battery cut off since the battery's up here. I don't think it'll hurt the 60-foot time enough to even matter with it being up here. And so that's what we're gonna do. Put the battery up here. Little battery trays get here. I'll bolt them into here, and maybe they won't raise the battery up too much. I can scoot it back if it needs to come up. They're pretty thin. I don't think they'll be in the way. But then we can just bolt the battery down, call it good, and be done with that. Then we can run some battery cables. Probably run them down, maybe under the motor, up to the other side. Yep, that's what we want. It's all coming together. Yes. That really kind of looks kind of terrible back in there. I wonder if I can get my hand back in there, kind of trim up that sheet metal just a little bit better. I mean, of course, it's never going to look nice because we just gnawed it out of there with a cutoff wheel. But I'd kind of like to get those corners. I guess that one doesn't matter so much. I'd like to get that sharp corner out of there. And really, though, since our battery tray, that's really not going to support nothing. Maybe I could just buzz that off right across there. With the, let's do that. Because if I don't, I'm just going to wish I did. So here we go. Oh boy, that makes me a lot happier. Okay, now our battery tray will sit right in there, bolted down. Everything kind of looks, I mean, it doesn't look completely terrible. Sorta, maybe. Kind of looks like I did it, which a lot of times doesn't look super good. But imagine it'll be functional. All right. All right, our next little mission here is to get our header adapters we made off. And I thought never prepared. What the heck? Never prepared. Let's just see if we can do it right here. Rolly still could not find it. Oh boy, that one was snug. In fact, I may have put these in with Loctite. I'm not sure. Yeah, I did. I did put Loctite on those. Come on. Come on, buddy. Ooh, that one's... Yeah, boy. This may be harder than I want it to be. Okay, got my readers on now so I can see what I'm doing. Come on. Ah, there it goes. And of course, I do have a socket set with these guys in it, but you know, I don't know where it is. We don't know where the socket is. Come on. Wow. Yeah, I put these in with red Loctite. It's probably literally the only time I've had Loctite red Loctite really work good. Come on. Get there. Oh boy. Heck. Oh. I don't know where my red stool is. It's right over there. That's the last place I was using it. But yeah, there it goes. That one's pretty darn tight. Now, these are the header adapters that I built, or I had made. I designed them and then I sent off the design to Send Cut Send. Yeah. And they cut them out, laser cut them. And man, they did a fantastic job. They of course they're just cutting from my design, but the things fit like a glove. And they were just a really, really nice part when I got them back. They're not back, but when I got them. And they were pretty inexpensive. I mean, send off a design, have a part made. Yeah, I think it was $80 for both of them or something like that. They're just 3/8 mild steel with the big Ford bolt pattern and the big Chevy pattern. You kind of got to compromise on these deals because Chevy ports, for the most part, are round, and big Ford, for the most part, are oval. And you really kind of play with them to get them somewhat lined up. I mean, it's a compromise. Come on. This one is going to be trouble. Come on. Come on. Wow. Okay. Let's wait on that one for just a minute. Let me find get my little instrument of influence here. These are stuck on with RTV. You know, it's a pretty cool little deal. I tried to round out the port to make it fit a little better. I don't know where I'm going to put these. I have a box right there. Oh, that just pulled right off. And I just sealed them with RTV. Bloop, just put RTV on there and squeezed them on there. And you can tell they sealed up really nice. There we go. Now, problem child here. What are we going to do? Heat? Let's try heat. If I can find heat. I don't know if I can find heat. My leak detector stuff. Yeah, okay. Hold that. Put my readers on. Got the heat. Where's my wrench? Oh, here it is. A little heat into that guy. Maybe melt that. Maybe melt the Loctite. Think that's enough? Here it goes. Got it. Whew. That was, yeah. We'll put that guy right there. Yay. Whew. Dodged the bullet there. That thing was stuck. All right. What we might do right now, though, I don't know if that'll work or not. I was thinking in my head that I might just put these right into the head for now. Wow, I'm glad that came out. I was starting to get concerned. Really concerned. All right, we got our old header here. What is that glove? There it is. Got our old hooker header here. I'm just going to kind of try to get it close to slipping on there. I got a couple of nuts over here. Maybe they'll work. Now this is, like I said in one of the other videos, this is the header I got kind of tweaked. And it's been modified some and worked on, hammered on, worked on, everything. Because it, to fit, I mean, you know, putting headers in, swap headers in sometimes isn't as pretty as you want it to be, particularly, what about that wrench? Particularly when it's a gigantic motor in a small car. So sometimes it's, the things don't fit like you think they're gonna. You know what? I'll put it up. That's got a piece of metal stuck in my shoe. Now, yep. Sometimes swap stuff doesn't fit like you really want it to. So you gotta put a dent here and there, and we've all seen the, was it the Engine Masters where they dented the headers all up. Now, what the heck? Slip tubes. That's what we're gonna undo on this. One of the things we're gonna eliminate is the slippy tubes. Because I've never needed the slip tubes in the car. Never been a necessary thing. Where's my hammer? Hammer. That tube. There it goes. Oh my gosh. Come on, stop that. See if I can tighten. I think if I can get that one kind of snug down, it'll put some pressure on everything else and it won't be prone to fall out. There. All right. Dum-ba-dum. That dude, this pipe, I modified it at one time. You can kind of see, gosh, my hands are filthy now, to provide more steering shaft clearance. And it's got a pretty good dent on that side over there, but I think it'll be all right. I could cut that off and redo that again. In fact, I might, since I'm here and it's not in the car. But just kind of give you a look. The old headers, I've had them a long time. I mean, the metal's still good on them. I had to put all these dents in them right here to try to get them to fit in that car back when I was just going to run that car NA. And they've got evacs on them, and that's where I had an O2 sensor at one time, and it's I got it in a different spot now, but yeah, I rerouted that tube. It's a little too close to the head, right? I mean, to the block right back here. And so, you know, I don't know. Could cut it off, redo it again. I don't know, maybe. What I probably am going to do is, this is a removable tube. Probably gonna tack these, oops, wouldn't point out. Probably gonna tack the flanges together where they're cut. So these things will stay. Once I'll bolt it to the head and then I'll tack those together, where those things will stay where they need to be, because this is the header that's been tweaked a little bit, been shoved forward. It's been shoved forward that way. So everything's a little out of kilter, and it's been modified too. So, all right, anyways, that's going to do it for 30-minute mechanic today. Got our hole cut in our fender for our battery. Battery box will be here, I don't know when, sometime. But then we'll continue down that path, kind of setting both cars up the same, the green car and this one. Both the batteries will be in similar positions. They're, you know, why not? Got our header adapters off. I was really worried I wasn't going to be able to get that one bolt out without stripping it. And I was going to have to break out the welder. Didn't want to do that, but thankfully it popped loose. We mocked up our hooker swap header that we've used forever, kind of mapped out some things we want to do to it. So that's pretty much it. Check the description. Check out my friends' channels. See what those guys are up to. A bunch of good guys on there. They could really use the like, subscribe, and just follow along, see what they're up to. But for me, like, subscribe, ring the bell, tell your friends, and we'll see you next time. Bye.